Hey friends, welcome back to Simply Home and Harvest. We are canning more tomatoes today, and today we're going to make some salsa. Now I am going to take a shortcut. I'm going to show you how to make the salsa using Mrs. Wages medium salsa mix. So if you want an easy way to make salsa that doesn't take a lot of ingredients, stay tuned. So you're probably hearing some background noise. I've got my canner going, plus Tim and Alex are outside working on our deck, replacing some deck boards. So a lot going on, but I'll try to speak up. The first thing we've done is we went ahead and processed our tomatoes. Now I did that a couple of days ago. Went ahead and prepped them when I had some time, and I've been keeping them in the refrigerator. So they've been in this state, and I will pop up a video and show you that this time around I actually used our tomato strainer. So this is what I used. I actually picked this up, I think a couple of years ago. Maybe it was last year, but I want to say I've had it for a couple of years. It does make the job a little bit easier in the fact that all you have to do is just cut your tomatoes in half or quarter them if they're larger tomatoes, and the machine does everything for you. I actually run mine through a second time just to drain out as much juice as I possibly can. Or you can do it the old-fashioned way, scald your tomatoes in hot water, then transfer them to cold water once they split a little bit, and that's easier to peel the skins and get that core out. But this is a nice tool to have, you know, if you have a lot of tomatoes to process, which we did. So my mom was over and she helped me, and I'll show a little clip of that just to show you the process. It is a very messy process no matter how you cut it. I have not found a way to really process tomatoes without making a little bit of a mess, as they are very juicy, and so that's what happens. But I did get them to this state. Well, hello guys. I am so sorry to interrupt my video, but as I'm sitting out here on this gorgeous day on my deck editing my video, I realized that I am missing a huge chunk of footage from this project, and I did not want to have to throw this whole video away. I wanted you to be able to have this because it's such an easy way to make salsa. So what I'm going to have to do is just pop up a picture of the salsa mix that I use. I use a Mrs. Wages salsa mix. I use the entire canister. So I'm going to show you a picture real quick of what that looks like. And I'll even leave a link to it so you can order this. I got it off Amazon. You can get it at Walmart. But that way you'll have it in case you want to order this for yourself. And then I just processed all those tomatoes that you saw. I think around 17 pounds of tomatoes, I believe. And you just process them. Put them in a nice stock pot. Don't use aluminum. I used a stainless steel pot. And then you're going to add vinegar, and you're going to add that entire canister, and that is it. You mix that together, you bring it to a boil, you let it simmer for about 10 minutes. You reduce the heat, let it simmer for about 10 minutes, and then it's done. It's ready to go ahead and fill your jars with. So I'm going to leave all the information to that. Everything will be linked. The recipe will be linked in the description box below for you. I apologize greatly for this. I have no idea what happened, but I'm not surprised. I have really had some challenges lately with this phone and recording videos for YouTube. So hopefully we'll get all that fixed and we won't have all these glitches coming up. But thank you. Thank you for continuing to watch. I apologize. Our salsa is starting to come to a boil. So I'm going to give this a little bit of a stir, and then I'm going to turn our heat down and let this simmer for 10 minutes. And I probably did fill this pot up a little bit too full. So I'm gonna really have to keep an eye on it, or I'll have a nice little tomato splatter going on the stove. All right, turn that down. All right, we are ready to fill these jars. So I'm going to carefully get our salsa over here. jars, filled our jars. We ended up with 15 pints of salsa. And now I'm just going to lid all of our jars. I've already prepped the lids by washing them and sterilizing them. So now we're just going to cover our jars. Oh, I also wiped the rims of the jars to make sure they were all clean so we can get a secure seal. Okay, y'all, while the first load is processing, I had enough left over just to have a little sample dish of salsa. Ellie, you want to come test it? Show you, if I can, the thickness. It's a little thinner than normal, I think, but there's still some substance in there, and I love that sound, that ping sound. It is so good. I don't mind a little bit of a spice to it. I mean, it's not like overwhelmingly hot. It just has a little bit of a kick. Wanna try it? Yeah. The chips are a little stale. Have a sleep, have a snack. This is Ella, for those that haven't met her.
The chips are bad.
The chips are bad. I know, that's my only complaint too. I'll have to get some fresh chips. Good? All right. salsa canning for the year. I don't plan to can any more salsa. I do have another round of tomatoes to process, probably that many more still in the garden that we're waiting on, maybe a little bit more than that. So I think I will make more pizza sauce coming up soon. And also I've really been thinking about making barbecue sauce and bottling our own barbecue sauce, because that's something that we really enjoy and we use a lot of. So if you have a recipe for a homemade barbecue sauce, maybe that you even can, I would love to hear about it. So drop me a comment below and let me know. Or if that's something that you can before, also let me know, because I would like to know everyone's ideas on that. So it's not something I've ever really researched out or ever thought about doing before until this year. So I hope that you enjoyed today's video. I hope that you found this to be helpful to you, and I'm sure that some of you are still getting lots of tomatoes. We are coming to near the end of the season here, and it's time to probably move on to some other fall crops, but it's been a very good season for us, especially for tomatoes. So we can't complain there. Thank you for joining me today. If you haven't already subscribed, I'd love to have you join our family here on YouTube. Hit that subscribe button, hit the like button, and share this with your friends. Until next time, remember to live simply, use what you have, enjoy the moments you've been given, and I will see you all in the next one.